Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be my entry for the 2024 Bill B's Holiday Boxcar Challenge. I saw what the community did for this challenge last year and I thought it was a great idea, so I decided to jump in on it. So I made a consist with all of the boxcars in my collection, as you can see. We'll go through each of the boxcars before we actually start running this thing around my Christmas tree. But before we actually power the engine up and start running, I'm going to show you around my Christmas tree out for a little bit. So, it's just a small layout underneath my parents' Christmas tree in the living room. Nice flocked tree. There's 2 loops of track. The train we're going to run today is on the outer loop. The outer loop is going to be my Polar Express, which originally pulled these 3 passenger cars. This Polar Express that I recently purchased like a couple weeks ago. I might do a review on it. If you guys want to see a review on it, let me know and I'll actually give you the review. So, this will be running on the outer loop, but instead of pulling the passenger cars, it's going to pull our consist full of box cars. On the inside loop, we have my Christmas freight train, which is currently being pulled by my Nickel Plate Road Hudson with Lion Chief Plus technology in it that I got a couple years ago. And maybe one day I'll actually switch this out from my Lionel CNO Berkshire because that actually has sounds that actually works. For some reason, this thing doesn't want to work in terms of the sounds. The motor works, the smoke works, but the sound doesn't work. So maybe one day I'll replace it, but who knows. And then we just have some spare freight cars that were on this Christmas freight train because some of the cars on this train were box cars, and I put them on the layout over here. Also, if you guys see this not running, it does look like a box car, but it's not a box car. It is a aquarium car. So, in that reason, I just wanted to stick to just box cars. So, other than that, on the outer loop, I have the cool Polar Express ice track that lights blue and flickers on and off when the engine or the train runs over it. It's really cool, and I picked it up a couple months ago. It came with this ice mat that goes over this side of the layout. We also have the Lionel Polar Express Hero Boys house over here in the front. And then way in the back, we have the Lionel the Lionel Christmas covered bridge. So, that's a pretty nice addition to the layout. I might add some other buildings over here, but who knows. Anyway, without further ado, let me power up the layout and show you the consist that we're going to do for the Bill B's Holiday Boxcar Challenge of 2024. Okay, so we have power on the layout. Now, the locomotive I'm using is the new Lionel Lion Chief Polar Express Berkshire that comes with the Polar Express Ready to Run set that I recently purchased. Again, if you guys want to see the review of the set, let me know and I'll work on it. But this engine is basically brand new. It has Lionel's Lion Chief control system, Rail Sounds RC, Bluetooth 5.0 technology, voice streaming and recording, as well as Lionel voice control. So, let me move on to the cars in this consist. The first car in this consist is the Lionel Polar Express 20th Anniversary Bell Sounds boxcar that I recently reviewed. It's a cool boxcar that has the Believe lights on it as well as bell sounds. This car, as well as another car that makes sounds, I've turned the sounds off, but I kept the lights on. So the only sounds you're really going to hear is just from the locomotive. I'm not going to use the sounds for the cars in this video. So here's one of the cars. The next car is this Lionel Polar Express operating present dumping car. Basically, think of it as an operating merchandise car, but instead of dropping down boxes, it drops out Christmas presents. Now, unfortunately, I do have a operating track section, but it is on the inner loop on this layout. So, unfortunately, in this video, I can't do the mechanism feature for the merchandise car, but it's a nice car overall. Next, we have the 2023 Lionel Christmas Sounds boxcar. It has the lights on one side, and it also plays Christmas music. Next up is another recent acquiration from me. It is the Lionel New York Central Pacemaker Walking Brakeman boxcar. I'll actually turn this on for you guys. I gotta find the switch for it. It's over... Where's the switch? I gotta find the switch for it. Here it is. And as you see up the top, the brakeman walks back and forth on top of the boxcar. Alright, next up we have this generic Lionel Pennsylvania boxcar that I got from a Pennsylvania Flyer train set long time ago, from one of my first ever train sets. So that's a nice addition. Next we have this Lionel C&O boxcar that I got from the same set that came with the Chesapeake and Ohio Berkshire that I mentioned. If you want to see me or do a review on that set too, let me know. The last boxcar in this consist is this Lionel 2012 Dealers boxcar with the blue comment on the side. I think this boxcar looks pretty cool. And then last but certainly not least, we have this MTH Rail King Christmas caboose, extended vision caboose with LED lights, which is pretty cool. So let me back up the train real quick so you can get the locomotive back in the shot real quick. And here we are back at the front of the locomotive. As you can see, the smoking is starting to work a little bit. And apart from that, I'm going to run around this train around my Christmas tree for a little bit. So, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys soon.